should we be preparing? There's a reason I'm saying that. First things first. Let's listen. Let's listen. Let's listen. And this ain't got nothing. You'll figure it out. Let's listen.
I know the end is near, the television telling lies. I know for sure the revolution won't be televised. I know that we've been waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize it's genocide. Feel like the bomb about to drop out of the clouds. Another virus going airborne, go hide inside your house. Farmers watching crops die, they drying up with droughts. Angry people forming crowds, trying to burn the cities down. This is Armageddon, martial law for our protection. I talk to God, but it's long distance and I lost reception. Forest fires and oil spills are the awful lessons. I'm just waiting for the devil to take over heaven. This is biblical, I swear it's in the Bible. We keep killing one another and we dying for survival. We used to fight for peace, we put our flowers in their rifles. Now we're about to be extinct, every man, woman, and child. If it's the end of the world, I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know
it. Now we could listen to the whole song, but we don't need to. But yeah, fuck it. I'll fast forward to the last verse. I know you guys are like, "Oh, this is deep." No.
We should have known it. It's awful that it's the fullest. Yeah, the fullest. We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars. Now that the sky is falling, what did we do? It was the end of the world as we know it. It's awful that it's over. What? We still the dollar that made everyone broke. I feel like cryptocurrency is probably our last financial hope. Soon enough, the government will leave your bank account froze. Judgment day is coming. You can run or you can stand and fight. Panic in the dark or lead rebellions by the candlelight. This ain't your granddaddy's planet Earth. It's black and white. The end is coming. I'll see y'all in the
afterlife. There's a reason I'm playing that. And I need y'all to like, share, and subscribe. This is not a video you can afford to miss. The reason I'm playing that is because he's saying it's the end of the world as we know it because of everything that's going on. Now, why would it be the end of the world if everything hasn't been discovered yet? What am I talking about? In that song, he's talking about wars. He's talking about aliens. He's talking about people losing their mind. They need to go back to God, all this and this and that. This whole time, he hasn't brought up the 50,000 patents. So what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to live and die and believe the idiot box in paleface, even though he hasn't admitted everything that he stole and lied about. But I'm supposed to believe it's the end of the world. All right, this is where it gets good, and this is where we need to talk. Let's go.
Empower NCMEC to provide. Before I ask questions, I'll yield in a moment to Ranking Member Blackburn for her opening statement. I just want to say before I do that I have observed few members of the Senate who have demonstrated a more sustained commitment to child protection and the prevention of child trafficking than Senator Blackburn. And we identified early in this Congress that the protection of vulnerable children was an important shared priority. We've also collaborated with the introduction of the Filling Public Safety Vacancies Act to empower local law enforcement with the resources they need, and are now working together to try to pass our Report Act, which would, Mr. Perez, as you alluded to, empower NCMEC to provide law enforcement agencies with more and better information to prosecute online child exploitation. So I thank Ranking Member Blackburn for her collaboration and participation, and yield to you now, Senator, for your opening statement.
Well, and thank you for that. And yes, I think our Report Act is scheduled to go on the hotline today. So, and it already has a House sponsor. I want to thank each of you for being here. And Mr. Chairman, thank you for the hearing and for building this out. a little bit. Mr. Perez, I so appreciated your remarks. And we're doing this at a time that I think so many people have lost sight of how important it is to protect children. And to your point, Mr. Perez, how important it is to go after these traffickers. And they're out there, you know, they exist. They're on social media. And NCMEC is trying to go after them. And it is vitally important that we go after these traffickers and these people that are making a profit off of going after the most vulnerable among us. And I know the chairman knows, some of you may know, for the last several weeks, I've been trying to figure out and to subpoena the records for Jeffrey Epstein's plane, to find out who was on that plane. I've been so disappointed that Chairman Durbin has continued to block this, because Jeffrey Epstein had probably what is the most high profile sex trafficking ring we've ever seen, ever heard about. It was high profile, high dollar people that were predators on these young girls. And I don't know why there is a push to block these records. We need to have access to this. We need to know who was on that plane, who was participating in this. They redacted those records in the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. But getting to the bottom of this is important. And as we talk about protecting children and providing for them and the role of the federal government in this, for goodness sakes, let's try to figure out what HHS has done with 85,000 migrant children.
That's all I need. One more thing and then let's get started.
The United States Senate is being rocked by a sex scandal. U.S. Capitol Police are investigating after a sex tape surfaced online. It showed two men engaged in sex acts inside room 216 of the Hare Senate office building. That's
Now, should we be preparing? I think so. I think it is critical that we really start to get on board with what is going on. The reason I brought up everything that I brought up in this video is because if you listen to the song by Tom MacDonald, and he's talking about it's the end of the world, and he's basically putting the blame on everybody. The world that he's talking about is ending is white man's rule. That's what he's talking about, because that's where we're at. Like I said, why would the world end without God revealing the 50,000 patents? Why would nobody know about that? Why would the world end before it was revealed that the American Negroes are Indians? Why would it be the end of the world? I don't think it's the end of the world. But I do think it's a critical time for the blacks in America, because you have nowhere to go. You cannot go to Africa. You'd have been there. Remember, it's an old evil white man, racist system. They don't care. You'd have been there. You know you're not African. You know you're not those people. It's impossible for you to be those people. You're the American Negro. You're not from over there. But this country is in debt. Why would Durbin be blocking, and why would they dox? Here's another thing. Why, if all these people were involved in touching little kids, why would they dox names? So obviously your Senate is dirty on both sides, red and blue. Obviously, both of them have people on this list. Doesn't surprise me. They also kidnapped 85,000 kids. I want my people to understand why Kanye is talking about Indians. They're trying to enslave you guys again. They want you guys to believe that the celebrities are down for you. Even though we didn't need this Indian story. We didn't need to start talking about us being Indians for them to have revealed the 50,000 patents, which they still haven't. They haven't even really broke down any real knowledge about the Indians. They haven't said anything from Kevin Gates to Kanye. None of these fools have broke down anything. They haven't said, well, you know, why would the Siberian Indian go all the way down to Peru to make the first pyramid? Why would they bypass all the Hutus? Why would they bypass all the pyramids in Central America? Why would they, Central America. Why would they bypass everything that was done in Canada? Why would they bypass everything just to go down there and start it? It doesn't make any sense. Why haven't any of them talked about Negros del Terra versus Negros del Guinea? If all Kanye is going to do is tell you we're Indians in a room full of yes men, because you can see the white woman, everybody in there, they was, yes, you're right, yes. How the fuck is the white woman agreeing that we're Indians? She has nothing to do with this. Take in mind, who is Kanye's baby mama? A fucking Jezebel, a fucking wizard. I mean, not a wizard, a witch. Why out of all the people he would have got pregnant would have been a witch? Why'd he say he sold his soul for a couple cars and a Happy Meal? See, y'all keep forgetting Kanye done been snitched on himself. And he wore the Baphomet shirt. So why all of a sudden now, as he tried to do the Hebrew thing, he see y'all weren't biting that anymore. Because y'all done ran into some real information. Here's another thing. In that song, and peace, late, I see you. In that song, Tom McDonald is talking about going back to God. But wait a minute. This is what they're not telling us. It's okay to want to be a righteous person. That's cool. It's okay to use the allegory in these holy books to build your mind, to build your wisdom. That's fine. But one thing you cannot say is that the God of the Bible knew about America, because he didn't. Here's another thing. You have to take in mind who's talking to you. In the song, he's talking about homosexuals is bad, this and that. But the people that are promoting homosexuality are not reading the Bible anymore. But here's the thing. Before these people came and tried to dictate what is and what isn't, we already had it. So basically, when the white guy comes over here with the Bible, he has no food. He has no land. He's running from his land. He's broke. He ain't got no money. He damn sure ain't got all the gold and all the land and everything that was here. Same thing goes for the conquistador. When he showed up, he was broke. Niggas ain't got no money. If anything, they fucking ice from paid in full and shit. We was like, shit, we ain't got no money. We was like, we ain't got no money. White guy was like, bullshit. I see you shining, nigga. I can smell a motherfucker with money. So we know that they didn't have anything. They didn't have nothing at all. They was dead broke. Why would it be them telling us now the world is over? You know, we got to give our life back to God. Who God are they talking about? The one that's been lying about the 50,000 patents? The one that lied and changed people's names and shit, from Indians, the mulattoes, the coloreds, the Negroes, the black, the African American. Are you talking about that person, God? Because remember, their God has been letting them rule the whole time, and now they turning the kids out. They chopping body parts off. They doing all types of weirdo shit. Doxing pedophile lists. You doxing pedophile lists? I mean, you fucking, you know what I'm saying? You putting white out on this shit? It's a list of people that touched kids. Who's fighting this? Doesn't matter what nobody says. It's the Democrats. Why do I believe the Democrats is fighting it? Because I believe there's more of them dirty on that list than there's Republicans. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of Republicans on there too. I'm positive. But I don't think there's as many. I think it'll show itself. It's going to prove itself. Like, wait a minute. These motherfuckers have been around the kids, telling them it's okay to be this, do that. Not being an adult, not raising up the future generation. You're not supposed to allow them to do what they feel. You're supposed to tell them what reality is and allow them to make the choice. Do you want to stand strong and keep society and humanity afloat? Or do you want to selfishly worry just about yourself and deal with the result? Because there's no homosexuals that want to run, the blood bank. They don't want to, like, if you notice, they have trillions of dollars. They have all this clout. They have all this stuff. Okay, they're not building anything. They don't want a hospital. They don't want to make, a bank. They don't want to make a new community. It's like they don't have that in them. Why? Because you're not going the righteous way anyway. The only way to go is right. If you're not going right, then everything else is wrong. And that's the end of it. That's why there's a few people on earth right now that they keep trying to put in the top position that have proven that they're not worthy of the top position, and it was never for them because they're not doing what that energy did when it got to the top position. It did what's behind me. That's what the top position does. It makes the world. These people aren't about that. They're about destroying the world. So I'm saying that to say this. Is it time to be preparing? I think it is, because I keep telling this group, 44 mil, they're hiding us. There's more of us. I don't give a fuck what you say. We have nowhere to go, yo. We're not Caribbean. We're not African. We're not Japanese, Chinese. We're not from UK. We're not from none of them places. We're from here. So who do they have still backward thinking, who will not tell them about their 50,000 patents? Like, think about it, guys. Why would somebody tell you about civil rights? And this goes out for Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, because all of our inventions were before they hit the scene. Why would they be telling you about their God and you just got to turn the other cheek? Or why would they be telling you about racism and the white man's the devil and you should be? Why would they be about all this chaos and saying, instead of saying, hey, you know that we invented the roller coaster, right? Without us, they have no amusement parks. None. We made the propeller, right? Without us, they would have never gotten the air. You wouldn't have Delta. You wouldn't have Spirit. You wouldn't have JetBlue. You wouldn't have none of these motherfuckers. You couldn't even plow dust your crops. You couldn't do any of that. That's me. Shit, I even invented the saddle strap on that you put on the horse. You know what I'm saying? I invented all this. Now, why would they not be talking about this? Y'all know I could go to the list, right? Y'all know I could do that, right? I could do that again. I could do that again. And it's not that it's not pretty. It should wake you up more and even piss you off more, because you should realize something, bro. They played us. You know what I'm saying? They played the hell out of us, and our energy is so off because we believed a lot of the crap that they told us, but it was crap. Like, it was straight bull crap. Like, it I don't know how to be more honest. It was bullshit. A lot of stuff they tell us is bullshit. A lot of, like, when I talk about drama, I'm mainly talking about the 34 trillion. I'm talking about the rock. I'm talking about where we're at. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's got to have a brain here. Everybody can't be an emotional person like y'all is and get caught up in all these paradigms. Somebody's got to see it. So on one of my videos, I dropped the other side of the list. This time I'm going to drop the other side of the list. The automatic gear shift, the street sweeper, the urinalysis machine. So basically like the urine test. You know what I'm saying? Horse riding saddle shoe. Piano player. Player piano. Arm for record player. Doorstop. Doorknob. Photo print wash. telephoto embossing machine or embossing machine, postal letterbox, toilet commode, furniture caster, the guitar, the golf motor, or no, I can't pronounce that. They got like somebody reprinted it, so it's kind of written through. I can't see that one. The motor itself, thermal hair curlers, the lantern, gas burner, kitchen table, bicycle frame, wrench, eye protector, egg beater, defroster, air conditioning unit, 2-cycle gas engine, internal combustion engine, starter generator, refrigerator controls, clothes dresser, bottle caps, electric lamp, hydraulic shock absorber, refrigerator, mop, stair climbing wheelchair, fire escape ladder, telephone transmitter, electric cutoff switch, relay instrument, telephone system, electro merch brake or merch brake, galvanic battery, electric railway system, roller coaster, just in case y'all thought I was lying. And the person who made the telephone system, the electro merc brake, the galvanic battery, the electric railway system, the roller coaster, and the auto air brake was all the same person. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know how bad these American Indians, coloreds, Negroes, black, African American, call us whatever you want. I just want you to know how bad we are. Okay, now, the helicopter, Sandy foam, super soaker, blood plasma, ice cream, pacemaker controls, guided missile, space shuttle, retrievable arm, programmable remote controls, video commander, multi-stage rocket. Now, I could go back to the other side of the list, but I've already read that. Why do you think they don't tell us none of this stuff? Because it would have never worked. The whole niggers on the bottom, as I move all these immigrants in to take their position, it would have never worked. It would have never worked, because even these immigrants would have bowed down. They would have been like, oh shit, we can't take that job. This motherfucker made the telephone. Like, what are you talking about? I don't want to disrespect these people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to disrespect these people. I don't want to step on their toes. You know what I'm saying? And actually, why am I looking up to you, Mr. Charlie? I should be talking to them. You think they wanted them to do that? That's why it's so weird that the American Negro stood up for all these minorities, and they made all their shops and never hired none of us. Took all the rights that we fought for and don't fuck with us. Why do you think it is? Because Mr. Charlie hid all this information, bro. They look at us like trash. They look at us like they don't invent nothing. They gave us this stupid street spell, so all they see is black people sagging their pants, twerking their ass, shooting each other, not building, gloating in each other's face. Because if y'all think that they don't see the programming in the rap, you tripping. They don't do that. You ain't never heard of no damn foreigners doing that. It's just fucking gloating in front of all the broke ones' face. Who is that? That's the ones that they don't like. Those are the rulers and they shit. Ain't that why they left? So how you think they look at the rapper? How you think they look at the black entertainer? Maybe that's why all they took from it is nigga. You ever notice that? Yeah, they dress like you, they try to act like you, but the main thing they took from your celebrities was that word nigga. And they threw it back at you. Oh, nah, but I'm not white. Yo, that's a nice pizza shop. Can I work here? No. But I'm not white. That's a nice Chinese shop. Can I work here? No. But I'm not white. That's a nice little Hispanic shop you got there. Can I work there? Nope. But I'm not white. Should we be preparing? You ain't got nowhere to go. 2060, the Latino takes over. What is that going to do for you? First of all, this motherfucker can't even read the Constitution. Don't even push his people that do come over here to learn English so they can learn the Constitution. So what's that going to stand for? If there's no Mr. Charlie here to represent the word, because he going to dip, and they talking about he a minority, so he's just going to go back to England. You guys can't have these unalienable rights given to y'all by God without the forefathers. If the white dude's not here to represent these forefathers, even if y'all claim the American Negro created them, check this out. Y'all on the bottom. Y'all ended up falling for the spell. Y'all took a name that was a status. You act like these other groups don't know about status. I believe a lot. Khalid Muhammad said that shit. He said it doesn't matter where you go on earth. The caste system is there. White on top, black on the bottom. Okay, that's ever since the rulership has switched. That's the fall of the Moors and all that. Okay. You have nowhere to go. And the person they want to take over this place won't hire you. They won't learn the language, so they can't hold down the Constitution. They're obviously a traitor because your difference is you was hitting the head. You didn't know who you was. These motherfuckers know who they are and still claim the conquistador language, still claim their mores, still acting like the conquistadors everywhere they went isn't dilapidated. There be one place on earth that the conquistadors went that has ruined the world. Don't worry, I'll wait. Brazil, not ruling the world. Spain, not ruling the world. Puerto Rico, not ruling the world. Bahamas, not ruling the world. Dominican Republic, not ruling the world. We can keep going. All them Southern American places are broke. You hugging on the white nigga. I just showed you the only reason the white dude is a success is because he stole all my shit. That is what I'm trying to get y'all to realize. That's what I'm trying to say. Should we be preparing? Because y'all just been on this Martin and Malcolm fucking march walk. Y'all been on some bullshit the whole time. Your children are becoming dope fiends, dilapidated losers, gangbangers that argue for nothing. Motherfuckers that literally we're in 2023, bro, about to be in 2024. There's Obama phones, there's smartphones now. You literally have a computer on your phone. There is no excuse for being uneducated. You just a non-wanting to learn bitch ass person. But who created these? Hillbilly. Y'all can talk all that shit about and I'm talking to you ghetto motherfuckers. You can talk all that shit about the white dude all you want, but you ain't nothing but his slave. You can't speak like me. You can't, because you sound like his motherfucking hillbilly uncle, the one that he don't even respect, the one that he tries to move away from. He don't even like to associate with that motherfucker. That's who you want to sound like. Been here your whole goddamn life. You still can't get it right, but you want everybody like you. Should we be preparing? And I'm not trying to wake up the street thugs. Nah, fuck them niggas. We too far down the hole for you not to get it. You still think it's just about money, even though there is no money here? That's how slow you is? Fuck the government. They ain't nothing but Crips and Bloods and suits. Dog, how you gonna say that when Crips and Bloods have codes, rules? See, there's shit you got to figure out about them. You know, same thing about them. But you haven't. Your black women been coming up missing. Your organs been coming up missing. You've been a fucking convict ever since they created jails. They ended up creating private jails. Should we be preparing? Because we're running out of time. They got Kanye claiming that we're Indians. You see, everything he touches turns to shit. Jesus walks. He doing fucking prayer sessions with Marilyn Manson. I've been on a slave ship. I ain't made shit. He married Kim Kardashian. We're the true Hebrew Israelites. We do and all this different stuff. didn't go nowhere. All he do is got the small hat out there talking about he's anti-Semitic, and this motherfucker is not even Semitic. Like, that's the funny shit. I wish I was on TV. I tell him small ass in their motherfucking face. No goddamn well, he was not no motherfucking Jew. First of all, Jew is one tribe. And that's the tribe of Judah. Where is your woolly hair at? Where is your skin that's burnt in fire? Like, where is it? Like, why can't you hide in ancient Egypt? Ancient Egypt. Why can't you be mistaken for the Pharaoh's nephew? We're not talking about any Pharaoh. We're not talking about 25th dynasty. We're talking about Ramesses II. Like, Egypt is in its still kind of prime. It's like, bro, we know these are some niggas. Y'all claim they was Hamites. So how all of a sudden did a Hamite turn into a bagel-nosed paleface? How'd that happen? And when did white become more stronger than melanated skin? I thought it was one drop. So all through racism time, one drop black was the rule. Okay, but the Hebrews can go from some niggas that are mistaken for some Egyptians to all of a sudden they don't look nothing like no Egyptians. And these are the real dudes. This is the real deal. Should we be preparing? Remember, this is their country. They could have picked any religion they wanted. You see the Klan wearing fucking Muslim stuff, but they could have picked any religion they wanted. They picked Christianity. And in their book, they say that there's going to be a group that claims to be this group, but are not. They are of the synagogue of Satan. They doing business with Mr. Charlie. The Jew made Hollywood. They talk about the Jew as a nasty freak. Who's doing all these rituals? Who would have some real spell casting powers? Who would really know what they was doing? The follower or the creator? Should we be preparing? 34 trillion debt. All your people are loony. They're all lost. 85,000 unaccompanied minors is missing. They disappeared. You got a clients list that has a bunch of high-powered people on it. They doxing it. They erasing names. Somebody just got popped from releasing a sex video that was done in one of these Capitol buildings. And they were a part of the Senate. And it was a dude-on-dude situation. Johnny Goshik, Paul Bonanaki. Now is it starting to make sense when they're talking about being in the White House in a closet somewhere, getting pulled out by Secret Service to go give pleasure to George Bush Sr. The dude, Larry King, the politician, not the news commentator, politician. All that shit really happened in Nebraska. The Franklin cover-up shit really happened. Okay, Paul Bonanaki talks about they killed Johnny Goshik under Bohemian Grove. Where did I say that secret meeting? And this is an old tape. I need to find it and upload it. I really do. Where did I say that secret meeting that 3 years after I had dropped the information, Crazy Bone told y'all on Vlad TV? Where did it take place? In the outskirts of North California, between there and Oregon. I believe, yeah, between there and Oregon. Up north is where the Bohemian Grove is. Northern California, that's where it's at. And they say it wasn't that far from there. It's like maybe 30, 40 miles, but it was deep into like the forest. It was like a secret fucking mansion. Then I also have the other tape from Deluxe, Jamie Deluxe. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, but his new page is Deluxe, DLUX. And he's the one that brought up the video about all the 80s kids, because they used to, in the 80s, they used to have a lot of little kid shows, little kid shows that show pictures. Like you see all them trial and error shows that happened in the 80s with little kids, the families and shit. There's a reason. And there's a reason a lot of them kids OD, like the white girl off Different Strokes. There's a lot of reasons that Todd Bridges is a young star high on drugs robbing people. There's a lot of reasons that Orlando Brown out here acting hella weird. There's a lot of reasons that Raven Simone was a perfect potential black female, but all of a sudden she messing with Hollywood, she becomes lesbian. Eggs go for nothing. And it ain't just my people. Miley Cyrus, the list goes on. Brittany Murphy was young as hell and clueless. She was like 16, 17. Maybe like 10 years after that, she ends up ODing in the bathtub. A lot of people get silenced. But it's not real. This shit ain't really going on. Should we be preparing? Because all y'all been doing is loading up on your negativity. You took everything from these third world countries, selling drugs, being ruthless to your own people, a fucking savage. You took all that shit from lower mind-stated people. Because I already explained to you, you made the propeller, G. You made the roller coaster, man. You made the railway electric system. You did all. Like you are so magnificent. So magnificent. Y'all don't even know how strong y'all is. But if y'all don't get off of the fantasy train, because that's what I'm starting to notice, a lot of y'all are slipping into that boule paradigm where you just doing debates and y'all just going through history lessons. None of that shit's gonna help us, G. What's gonna help us is telling the truth. Nigga, they lied about all our shit. That's why y'all spiritually are weak. That's why y'all spiritually are weak and y'all play the victim, because y'all really think y'all a victim. Yeah, you is, but not like that. You ain't a victim of no damn slavery. You a victim of being fucking sabotaged. You've been motherfucking had, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. You've been fucking lied to. That's the thing. You've been lied to. And as long as you allow these thugs to tell you different, even though they in the penitentiary either raping men or listening to men get raped through the night, fucking making big ass bone crushers, ripping people's intestines out, just sick, disgusting motherfuckers. They not even fighting their real enemy. They fighting each other. They just fucking up the ranks. They just fucking up the military that we got. You just fucking it up. And then what else? The single parent household, fucking up with people, the children's mind state, whether male or female, even though it's mainly female, because men, if they're a single parent, they go hard, they go to work, they take care of their kids, they do what they're supposed to do. They ain't on no welfare system. It's very rare you're going to see a man with 4 kids on welfare, because it's a pride thing. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't helping. The large amounts of bringing in drugs, glorifying drug use, glorifying selling drugs, all it does is destroy your own village. You're destroying your own people. You know what I'm saying? If you can tell them to sell drugs and do drugs, why can't you tell them to work out and eat healthy? Why can't you say that? If you can tell them to, you know what I'm saying, corrupt and pimp the women, why can't you tell them to teach and uplift the women? It's like, nigga, it's called to flip the coin. Just flip it. That's all we're doing. And that's what I'm saying. You got to flip the Malcolm and Martin preacher stories. You got to flip all we need to do is go to their schools and get their program education, whether it's basic or college. We have to let it go. We got to get back to fucking apples and oranges. We got to get back to early in the morning meditation, then fucking gym workout, the punches and the kicks. It's like, we got to get back to it. We got to get back to it. And the first thing we got to do is ban this mainstream hip hop. I'm not knocking hip hop. I'm not knocking breakdancing and all that, even though fuck all that. I don't care about that. Because what I've noticed is the truth. They started out by saying that it was just some niggas on the mic talking. And it was underground. They didn't even want to put it on the radio. Then all of a sudden, Eminem's the greatest rapper of all time. But what did he bring to the table? Popping pills, taking acid tabs, disrespecting your mom, being a wild nuisance. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy you're going to deem as the greatest rapper of all time? That's very funny. That's funny how we would bypass Rakim, and then what did his obviously paid off agent ass say? He talking about Eminem's the greatest rapper of all time. He put the white dude over him. So that means none of these niggas is sweet. None of these niggas is safe. None of these niggas is motherfucking honest. They're all dirty because they all signed the contract. And once you sign the contract, ain't none of y'all been talking about uplifting your folks. None of it. Even when it comes to the Tribe Called Quest and all that feminine, clothing and the way they dress and everything's back to Africa, even though we ain't no Africans, why ain't they brought up the 50,000 patches? You know what I'm saying? Neo Soul, the Roots and all that, why ain't they bring up the 50,000 patches? Dan Prez, why ain't they bring up the 50,000 patches? It's like, why could all they teach is rage and hate and blindness and ignorance? They couldn't teach us nothing because they all are fake. But what your history is not fake. And that's the argument that I'm saying. Should we be preparing? Should we? Because if you got white guys putting out songs 9 months ago talking about it's the end of the world, and in the video he got aliens and he's talking all this stuff about, yeah, we're blowing bombs and we can't feed the homeless and racism and all that, and he's like, people are going to take the song as some Michael Jackson shit. It's not, because for one, he's not black. For two, so that means he has no struggle. Then for two, and I can hear people, no, but white people are starting it. It makes no sense for you to have that skin and be broke. You're just not trying. You're obviously not, because you really don't even have to do the good route. You could have took the racist route. You'd been straight up. So really no excuse for you. You can't take the Michael Jackson route because you're not black. Plus, why is it the end of the world? And this goes for anybody who makes songs like that. The end of the world is like, why is it the end of the world and nobody knows about the 50,000 patches? Why is it the end of the world and nobody knows that these original Americans are the Negroes that are here today? Because who else can you claim in this lifetime, bro? In this lifetime, we're not talking about Egypt. We're not talking about Rome. Let them niggas suck them motherfuckers dick all they want. Why ain't nobody talking about these 50,000 patents? Why? Why is nobody talking about the people that made the telephone fucking machine are the same people that made the fucking the invention of ice cream itself? Why aren't they telling you that these people made the roller coaster? You know what I'm saying? The 2-cylinder and the 4-cylinder. Why aren't people telling you about all the great stuff that you did? Because I've already went down the list in this video, and that was the other half. That was the other half. I could have put back the other side. And that's not 50,000. It's not. It's maybe like 100. Should we be preparing? Because if everybody gonna be out here goofy, bro, and these are all grown men, it's like, and women, if everybody just gonna be out here goofy, bro, and claiming this skin, I think maybe we need to have a discussion, because obviously all skin folk and kin folk, and obviously the darker the berry ain't the sweeter the juice, because I'm not that dark, and I stand on this shit every motherfucking day. If you notice, all my videos pretty much are on, like, we're in the general's office. We looking at the motherfucking itinerary. We're doing it every day. But I'm just saying, should we be preparing? Should everybody be looking around? Because the pedophile ring is here, and we can see it. And they've already got y'all all fucked up. Y'all out here basically prostituting your children, teaching them how to twerk, letting the woman just be ignorant as hell, like she's the fucking leader of the ship. She's not. And there's no grandmothers around, obviously, so nobody's G-checking her. So obviously the men need to step up and say, hey, it's not your fucking sperm, all right? It's not. That's why you think so ignorant with the children. You don't think about structure because it's not yours. You can clearly tell you're just holding it and, raising it up, doing your part. That's all we ask of you. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't ask you to be a noble woman. We can't ask you to put no clothes on. We can't ask you to talk in a monotone, be, cordial, cool, calm, collective. We can't ask you to do anything that we say. So obviously it's not for you to rule. And that's facts. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. Because every king has to be raised from a prince. See? Those are people who keep messing up. They keep forgetting that the king had to be a prince. He had to learn. So, since there's no queens around to teach these princesses, and that's why they remain princesses, and that's why they all call themselves brats, maybe the men are going to have to stand up and really put their foot down, because like I said, we should be preparing. It's getting to that time, guys. We're going into 2024. We can't have no more marches up and down the street whining about police shooting criminals. You know what I'm saying? Because that's mainly what a bunch of them was. Yeah, you got twos and fews, but mainly a bunch of them is criminals. Or boule niggas that are playing psyops. Or weak ass niggas that we really didn't need anyway. Saying that to say this. I think next year we need to stop worrying about what the TV is showing, and we need to start showing the TV what is. 50,000 patches. And like I said, I've noticed all on this internet, niggas talk about Indians, niggas talk about black power, niggas talk about economic building, niggas talk about mathematics, niggas talk about God and the devil, niggas talk about men and women, niggas talk about all a bunch of shit, but they won't talk about how the niggas invented the roller coaster. Why are you afraid to say this? Why? Because it's me. Because people might hit y'all pages up talking shit like, y'all stealing from the light, man. Y'all stealing from the light show, motherfucker. He the first one talking about that. Y'all wasn't talking about that. Just like the 50,000 patent period. I'm keep talking about this forever until you niggas accept the fact. I've only gave out like 100 of these motherfuckers, and most of them are critical. Like without these, this place wouldn't work. Critical. And you can talk about all the new advanced sites. You can't get to Algebra 2 without Algebra 1. You cannot get to advanced without the basics. Knock it off. And my basics are not even basic. They're like God. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, like masterpieces. Get prepared, man. Not just on your weaponry, but on your mental. Like, get prepared, man, because I don't want you to be spelled, because that's how people jump off the roof. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker find out all this pedophile shit going on. The country's really in debt. Motherfuckers seeing motherfuckers. That's how that happens. But if you already know, then you already ready. You like, oh, well, shit. Kid was telling us this like for a while already. You know what I'm saying? And he's not even talking about the fall of America like it's over. No, he's talking about us. We will have nowhere to go. If the whole rock falls, we have nowhere to go. So you need to realize that you're an Indian because you have nowhere to go. We've been here this long. Only a few of us know a couple of different languages. Most of us just know this one. And some of us can't even speak this one decent. So it's at that time. You keep watching these podcasts all you want. You keep being zombified all you want. But if they doxing clients list about people that were molesting kids, that marching up the street is for nothing. That worrying about homosexual rights is for nothing. All that shit is for nothing. They'll murk all of you. If they don't care about the kids, what the fuck makes you think they care about you? If the whole country is in debt, what the fuck makes you think they care about you? Should we be preparing? Kanye West knows we're Indians. Okay, so that means for now on, when you guys talk it, they're going to call you crazy. Just like Kanye. They're not going to get into all your proof because he don't have no proof. He not speaking that shit. He just talking. You know what I'm saying? With a bunch of yes men in the room. I can't believe that everybody's talking about Kanye, but nobody's talking about all the yes men in the room. Yeah. A bunch of white people in there. The fucking they know. But do y'all know? Do So you know who you are. Do you have to go so far back that you're talking about shit that nobody's going to give you credit for? Or do you just need to go about 50, 60, 70 years back and look at all your shit and be like, wait a minute, I thought we were scared Mississippi burning. Like, Judge Joe Brown was there. He said the March on Selma, a bunch of white people got their ass whooped. He said that's why they really gave us the rights, because a lot of those marches were turning into riots and niggas was beating the shit out of white people. They was not beating us up. And that's the thing. That's why you only get it on TV. Dog barking and chasing and biting people and they hanging on. Yeah, that's what they tell you. Just like the 171 black slave masters of South Carolina during the antebellum South. You know, they don't tell you about that. Okay, so what made you think you was just getting your ass whooped? What makes you think that? Like, they can't control you now. You motherfuckers got gangs and shit. Y'all be like only 12 deep on a yard and be beating the fuck out of everybody on that motherfucker. It's like, for real? They got you? Like, they got you up here. And that's why I need my people to get it right. So I'm saying, start preparing. Because if you're just going on some mystical trips about spacemen and shit, you lost. You lost. This time is too fucking critical for you to still be acting like a bitch. You know that shit ain't real. Just like the Sky Daddy not real. I didn't say eternal wisdom's not real. I didn't say that somebody can't sit on the throne on earth and conduct. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if something doesn't crack the clouds when little kids are being molested or getting their throats slit, if somebody doesn't crack the clouds when an old woman is pushed down a flight of stairs, if somebody doesn't crack the clouds when thousands of people are chained up and being beaten, hung, and raped, bruh, then it's probably not going to happen. Because guess what? That's been happening. When the fuck are the crowds going to crack, motherfucker? This ain't the first Christ story. Jesus of Nazareth is not the first Christ story. There's even one in America in 12,000 BC, motherfucker. Krishna, Osiris, or Osiris, bro. That's why I have another video coming up talking about, are we supposed to be waiting for Christ the person? Or are we supposed to be waiting for Christ the energy? That's what y'all need to get, because this aerobic shit is not new. All this stuff is old, guys. It's just y'all haven't deciphered anything because nobody's talking about it. Nobody want to talk about it. They're like the 50,000 pets. They want to talk about what's going to get us free, what's going to set us straight. They just want your fucking Cash App money and whatever other way that people get money off y'all. It's like they're just corny, bro. They're corny. We don't really have that much time. We don't. I don't know what the fuck y'all want to do. Keep watching these idiots. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B crying over a nigga who cheated on her multiple times. Why are you still there? You're an idiot. Cry to the world. Why? We all know you're an idiot. You're just going to have a bunch of people sucking your tits. Oh, I feel so sorry for you, girl. Keep your head up. He knows he's wrong. No, you know you're wrong. Why? Because you used to drug people and rob them. Then you were a stripper. Then you were a TV person. Haha, contract. Then you fucking blew up, became a star. Now I'm supposed to feel sorry for you because you purposely chose a nigga who talks about selling drugs and fucking multiple women and he cheats on you after he marries you and has kids, and I'm supposed to care. I don't. Too much real shit is going on, and I just hope people are acknowledging and seeing it. So, hey, keep doing what you're doing, but just remember, 34 trillion in debt. Everybody's a fruitcake and a weirdo. All the kids are being trafficked and killed and sacrificed. Devil's not real off earth. Devil real on earth, just like God real on earth. But shit's not really going on. Everything's chill. Y'all been running around these Democrats 50, 60 years. You're still in the ghetto. Everybody's still stupid. Everybody's still allowing your stupid way of thinking. Nobody's G-checking you like, hold up, cuz you could have been got yourself up. Get the fuck out of here. But that's to the people in the ghetto. That's the knuckleheads. Now, for the sound mind, melanated beings here in America, I'm here to tell you, you can't pull yourself up by your bootstraps when they stole your bootstraps. I understand why your motivation is not there, but I'm here to tell you, you've done enough to where your motivation should be shitting on them. And you shouldn't be having any fucking, I want to rob people and sell drugs. That shouldn't be on your mind. You should be telling people, bro, without me, you would not be flying in the air. Without me, none of this shit would have worked. You wouldn't have had, what? And I'm gone.